And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And the Saints first down.
What now?
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. This defense for the Packers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing now is Carr. steps away to his left. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. All right, rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turned down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turned down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
Ready.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
37-yard line.
Love now. A check down here to Jones. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And you look at the Saints defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short. There he goes, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 99 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Toss wide side. This is Camara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. York now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Saints 14, Packers 3. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Now swing pass for Dillon. Yeah, he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Love, they go play action now. It's a loss of 14 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. There's Chris Olave. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still in the 1st half, but this offense, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Ready?
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Set. Go.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Set. Cut.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, here's Hill. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final play of the half, Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
He has it complete to Christian Watson, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Thomas has got it complete and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. In motion right, Olave. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
A 42-yard attempt.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This from 42 yards out. York able to send this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
Now Love will try with his legs. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Shot 17. Black Ultra. Ready.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He finds his receiver, Watson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Over 600 yards and a rookie receiver, best 7 touchdowns in 2022. Not a shabby debut for Watson, but the Packers need to develop into a #1 for one of the league's youngest and least experienced receiver rooms.
Brian Brzee, a first-round pick there on the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score. There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1.
Third. Right there.
Oh, and now meanwhile on the tackle, some words back and forth. A penalty flag is out. Let's see what this is all about.
Here we go.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Let's go now.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The York on now for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
York to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw now, here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
You're mine.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So this one, a victory here